Welcome all my home buyers out there. My name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty, and today we are in the city of Georgetown, Texas, in a brand new master plan community called Nolina. And the builder we're looking at today is Chesmar Homes. And as you can see here, this is the row of all the model homes because there are 4 different builders in this community, but today we're going to be looking at Chesmar Homes. Now, right off the bat, I know if you look up this community, Nolina, on the map, you're going to be like, man, that's really far out there. And it does feel like quite a drive if you're going on Ronald Reagan to get to this community. And another drawback that I see that it's going to be a hesitation for some people is the Florence ISD district that this community belongs to. But by the end of this video, I'm going to prove to you why that should be a pro instead of a con once we look at some of the data that I was able to pull up. And we're going to do a nice little side-by-side comparison with Florence ISD, Liberty Hill ISD, and Leander ISD. So you could see why this could be a good contender because this community is so new and they have so much inventory right now. You're going to be able to scoop up a lot better deals, more so than you would in the surrounding communities like Santa Rita Ranch or Morningstar. And you definitely will pass that on the way up here on Ronald Reagan, and you can really do your kind of comparison analysis when it comes to that. So this floor plan that we're looking at is called the Barron floor plan. It's 4 beds, 3 baths, 2,142 square feet. It's a 1-story, a 2-car garage, and it's starting from $449,990. So a lot of the homes in this community are definitely like almost 3,000 square feet plus. And Chesmar does offer that, but they do have floor plans that are a little bit on the smaller side. So if you don't want a lot of home, maybe you're looking to kind of move down to a smaller home and sell your bigger home. Chesmar has floor plans that could accommodate you. Now, looking at the floor plan here, they have a study that they've optioned that they have for the model, but you can definitely option that out for another bedroom. But we'll see that here in a second. Here's the master bedroom. This is like the back side of on the back corner of the house, which I always like, having the primary in the back instead of the front. Now, one thing I also like is that as you walk through the master bathroom, you're gonna connect to the walk-in closet, and that's gonna take you to the utility room where the washer and dryer is. And so you can actually do a nice little 360 full loop in your home, which is always nice. I like when the builders do that, so you have more than kind of one entry point from the primary bedroom. So we're definitely still in the master bath. And here in a second, we're going to check out the walk-in closet. It's just one walk-in closet, but it's humongous, right? It's almost its own little room. Yep. So you can have his and her sides, and then here's the utility closet with the washer and dryer, and then it takes you out to the front where the living room and the foyer is. There it is. So I like that. I like the functionality of that. So here across the way is the bedroom number 2. Now this is 12 by 10. I believe I can't see from the floor plan how high the ceilings are, but they definitely look comparable to Perry Homes, when Perry Homes had 12-foot ceilings, which is definitely higher than your standard height of a ceiling, which gives you that, it definitely makes the home feel bigger and just has that extra luxurious effect when you have high ceilings like that. So here's the home office that you can definitely option to an additional bedroom, but if you don't need that, this is what the study space, the home office, could look like. I love the barn doors that they have there. Definitely adds to that kind of rustic effect to what they're going for. Now, keep in mind that this is the model home, so the tile, the finishes, some of these options are going to be additional costs, right? This is not what you're going to get if you're looking at like an inventory or spec home, when you look at homes that are not part of the model, right? So the model homes are always going to have at least $50,000, $100,000 worth of upgrades, so you can see the potential of what the builder can offer, right? But keep in mind that this is when we tour the model and then we go look at some of the inventory homes, they're not going to look the same. It's going to be very standard finishes, so you can have that price point, right? Because not everybody can afford to go to the design center and pick out all these wonderful options. So that's something to keep in mind. But Chesmar Homes builds, all the builders here in this community are quality builders. You know, I've toured many of their homes in different communities, and they have a good reputation in the industry. Chesmar, Perry, Taylor, and Weston Homes. Now, again, the HOA here is not too bad, $55 a month. The tax rate is a little bit high for me. 2.51 is a little bit high. So, but that it is what it is, right? But we can offset that with the price a little bit. And again, one huge advantage about this community is that it's so new and not enough people know about it. That's why they have so much inventory. They're going to be able to work with people if it more so than the surrounding communities, right? Because they were a little bit more established. They already have that kind of word of mouth around the community, that's like Santa Rita Ranch and Morningstar. That's on the way coming up Ronald Reagan. So that's where you can take full advantage of this, right? You can get fantastic deals on top of the financial incentives that these communities are offering. I came back in January for the first time to check out this community for the grand opening. And this video that you're seeing right here, I recorded this in June, right? And you could see just how much dirt they've moved and how much available plots they have. So that's another huge thing, is that because this community is that new, you're gonna if you're a buyer and you're looking for a premium lot where you're gonna have you want to be at the end of the cul-de-sac because you want to take advantage of just having that extra large backyard or that extra long driveway, you can find that here more so than you would like in Santa Rita Ranch or Morningstar, or maybe even Palmer Ranch, because those communities have been around for a little bit longer. They just broke ground. I want to say sometime last year, right? And the grand opening when all the malls were completed was back in January this year when I attended. And I love the fact that the developer actually completed the amenity center and the pool before they started building the rest of the house. A lot of times it's up to the developer whether they want to build first the residential homes and then somewhere in the middle build the amenity center. But here, so if you're one of the buyers that gets in here early, you kind of have to wait, but not in this case. They built it out already. So, okay, I'm going to pause this video here for a second so I can share my screen. You could see what I'm talking about here. So very quickly, let's go on the map so you can see where Nolina is relative to Georgetown, right? So here's Nolina, right? Off Ronald Reagan Boulevard. And everything you see kind of in orange are builders and communities in this area. So you can see there's a lot more construction happening, right? And this is northwest Georgetown. So here is Georgetown, right? This is where the famous city square is. And here is where the community would be located, right? And it's all off Ronald Reagan. Here is Santa Rita Ranch that I kept mentioning earlier. Here's Morningstar, right? These are two, again, very well-known master plan communities, but these are almost, if you're looking for premium lots, you're going to have fewer pickings. You're going to have a better advantage in Nolina because it's that new. And I will include it in the description, but when I was able to fly my drone to get a really good aerial tour of everything, you could really see just how much space, how many future lots they're going to have available. So here's another drawback that I know people are going to talk about, is that because it does feel like it's far out there, how close is it to like a grocery store or to like all the conveniences, right? Is it going to be a 10, 15-minute drive, or are you going to have to drive a little bit longer? Now, there's stuff coming here. For example, we have a new middle school that's happening very nearby this community, right? Again, here's Nolina, and here is where they plan on building a brand new middle school, and here they plan on building a new HEB, right? That's huge. That's just telling me that, because in order for these big box stores to come out here, you have to have so many residential homes already kind of established, and because this is already in the works, that's telling me that everything you see here in orange, they're building enough residential homes and people are moving here to warrant that, right? Because if for the time being, if the closest HEB is going to go, if you're down south to Ronald Reagan, and it's going to be right here. I think this is the Bar W Ranch HEB, which is still not too bad of a drive. I believe that's like 15-20 minutes with no traffic. But again, this is only one road taking you, and you're gonna have to cross Santa Rita Ranch. So this is kind of where I would feel like you probably get a little bit congested. But once you pass this part, then it's gonna be kind of easy driving till you get to the community of Nolina. Now, the Florence ISD. Let's talk about that. Right. So if you do move into this community, you will fall under that school district. I ran a report looking at Leander, Liberty Hill, and Florence, the ISD, so we could do some side-by-side comparisons, right? So here we're looking at Liberty Hill. Again, A's across the board because they are well known to have very highly rated schools. But take note of the SAT, the ACT, and the SAT score, right? ACT score is 27, SAT score is 1,190 for Liberty Hill. Now, if we go to Leander, we're going to see something very similar, right? A's across the board, 27 ACT, 1240 SAT. So that's in the same ballpark. Now, let's take a look at Florence. ACT score, again, you can see the letter grade is a little bit lower, but ACT is 22, SAT is 1120. That's in the same ballpark too. Again, really quick point for reference, 27. So we're in the 20s still. I think I would argue that's in the same ballpark. But here's a big difference that I noticed. The school lunch program, right? Because one thing about Florence ISD is that because they're surrounded by a lot of local farms, they take advantage of that. So your kids will eat farm fresh food. Now, if you go on their Facebook page, you can read all about their program and just how the quality of food is there, right? And if you go on the school's on their website, you'll see the same thing. They take a lot of pride in their farm fresh food program. So think about it. Farm to table is definitely a thing when it comes to fine dining. Now you're going to have that as part of the school lunch program. If you go to Florence ISD, that is a huge win and a huge differentiator for Florence that they have going for themselves. And you can see that reflected in numbers. So check it out. Students participate in the free lunch program. This is for Florence now, 69% and 65%. Take a wild guess at what the percentage is for Leander and Liberty Hill. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Leander, 28%, 19%. Now that is a drastic difference. Liberty Hill, 31%, 25%. Now, you tell me, is that worth it to even consider checking out this community or not? If the school is a big hesitation for you, or maybe the distance, because it does feel like it's out there, is that going to be a hesitation for you? Because there is stuff coming, right? And you can get a better bang for your buck in this community because A, it's brand new. They are looking to, let me just show you. Here's the MLS from what I see. You could see here, from within the last 90 days, that's how I did the criteria for the search. They've only sold 2 homes. That's between all the builders here. 2 homes. And you can see they have all this inventory. Everything that you see, A, that's a green A, that's all inventory that's waiting to be sold. This is a lot. So what does that mean to you, the buyer? That means you could take advantage. They're going to be accepting all offers. So look at the price point. We have anything from the low 400s all the way up to the mid 800s and everything in between. Don't let these prices fool you. There's definitely room for negotiations. We just have to bring them. We have to bring them an offer, right? And they only have 3 pending so far. So, and since I visited these communities already, I get emailed all the incentives and all the new latest and greatest incentives. And let me tell you, I would even bet money that the incentives here are probably a little bit better than other surrounding communities because the demand has not been met here yet. So the builders are getting a little bit antsy to try to get more momentum going for this community because, it's that new. So if you're interested in touring this community, let's schedule a time to do a Zoom call. Let's get some one-on-one time. Let's figure out your criteria. Let's see if this would be a good fit. And let's go check out some homes. If this isn't a good fit, let's go check out some more communities because there's a ton of new construction happening. One second. There's so much new construction happening in Georgetown. And I would say this in the Austin area in general is that's where the best deals are going to be had. Builders are offering incentives to help with the financial part so you can get a lower interest rate than what you're seeing on the news. It's going to help. They're going to help pay for some closing costs. And again, for this specific community, because not enough people know about it yet, and their inventory has been building this whole time, you're going to be able to get I I feel confident in saying, a better deal than you would in a surrounding community. So if you're a home buyer and you're looking at maybe buying this year, maybe not in the next 30 to 60 days, let's still schedule a time to chat. I'd love to get to know you. We have the luxury of time being on our side, so we can really see where you're at in the process and see if we can get you there a little bit quicker. Because again, I have a lot of partners that are in credit repair, in lending, so so we can get you the right information, right? Because you can only Google so much before you kind of hit a wall, and then you kind of just are unsure of what to do next. That's the benefit of hiring a real estate agent, because not only do you get to work with me, I have a lot of other smart people I work with, so you're going to have all these people by your side to help get you there, because we understand the value and just how awesome it is to be a homeowner, that we want to help you get there. So again, I'll have all my information linked in the description. I was able to tour all these homes. So in the description, I'll probably have the other videos of the home tours in there. So check them all out, right? There's 4 different builders in this community. And again, my name is Omar Pineda. I'm your Austin realtor with eXp Realty. Oh, subscribe to the channel. And make sure that you turn on your notifications, because I post videos like this weekly. So, and a lot of times, especially with these incentives, they're very time sensitive. So if I post a video one week and that incentives I'm talking about are maybe tied in for that weekend specifically, or maybe for that month specifically. So if you're watching this video after I published it months after the fact, then the incentives probably have changed, and now you may have missed out. So it's imperative that you subscribe to the channel, especially if you're looking at buying new construction in the Austin area, especially North Austin, Williamson County, where I'm at, because I keep up with the new construction. I post videos. I churn out these videos as quickly as I can, because I know how time sensitive these incentives are. And remember, once they go away, they can go away for good, especially when things pick up a little bit. Because again, these incentives kind of come up when demand is slow, and the builders are really trying to incentivize people to come out and close and actually buy their homes, right? And that's happening right now in the month of July 2024. So I encourage you, let's schedule a time to talk. That way we can take you to the next step and maybe get you there a little bit faster, or maybe just present more information so you can have a better idea, so you can make a good decision. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.